Yo, man. So right off the bat, here we got Pete Gas, and obviously you grew up with Shane McMahon. What was Vince like around his son's friends?
Oh, he was cool. He would treat us like his sons. Actually, he would. This is when we were younger. Like we'd watch football at the house. Or I know Vince was a big Washington Redskins fan, and I remember watching playoff games back in the early '90s when they made their run for the Super Bowl. And I remember Vince being really pumped up and stuff. We used to just do a lot of things around the house, but when Vince was around, he always treated us really cool.
So when you started working there, how did he treat you there? Was he different at work than he was, at home?
Without question. So that was business, and he didn't show us. They didn't show us any favoritism. I mean, we got the opportunity to do this thing, and it was a gentleman by the name of Chris Chambers that came up with the idea for Shane for WrestleMania, and it was only supposed to be a couple weeks. And what happened was we were doing these vignettes, and we were really getting a rise out of these people. We were getting some real heat, and about 10 days after WrestleMania, because they had brought us to Mania and sat us in the front row when we got involved, it turned out that they ended up saying, "Hey, you know what? We have something here." So they asked us if we had any vacation time, because back then Monday Night Raw was every other week. We would do live on Monday night, and Tuesday night we would tape for the following Monday. And so Shane asked Rodney and I if we had any vacation time. So we played it out, and we went on probably for about a month and a half to 2 months, and we lost the loser leaves town match against Briscoe and Patterson, which was surprising to me. It was one of the highest rated segments in wrestling for WWE. And
Pete, that was tremendous to me, because first of all, those guys' punches look super real, and they gave you an ass kick, and you guys showed that excellent. That was awesome.
Well, thank you. And that's the one thing about the business. I mean, I don't have to tell you guys, because I have tons of respect for you guys, but the business is about respect. And when we first got in, we didn't pay our dues the normal way. And what we did was guys have to go. They find a wrestling school and hope to catch a break and get a tryout and everything, and snowball from there. We knew the boss's son, so when we got there, everyone was cool with us at first, but they weren't expecting us to be there. We were like a novelty. Then they didn't think we were going to be around, nor did we. We didn't know anything. And then all of a sudden, I think they started to say, hey, why are these guys here? They're getting airtime. Some of the boys were kind of, they were a little hot about it. We had to pay
who specifically was hot?
I can't really say, because no one actually, but what I could say, I know guys that weren't, and the guys that treated us, like guys like Prince Albert, Val Venus. I know Test was a little hot with us.
You worked with Test too, didn't you?
Test, yeah, we actually hated each other for a while.
Really?
Because he was pretty stiff with me, and then it wasn't until Shane faced Test at SummerSlam, the Lover or Leaver match, that the week or two prior, we spent an entire week in Stamford, Connecticut, going over the match and making sure everything was good, and we went out to dinner at night and stuff, and that really brought us a lot closer together. And that really helped our relationship. I mean, right up to when he died, Test and I were like very close.
Really?
I had spoken to him a few days, about 10 days prior to him passing. I remember when I found out the news, I was crushed.
You pretty much gained his respect over time, huh?
Well, I think that's what happened. Like guys like Bradshaw, who he did the forward to my book. He actually hit me with a chair on a Monday night, and I swear to God, it was like a Flintstones cartoon where the thing literally just wrapped around my head. And he was pretty brutal.
Did you also get the Flintstone cartoon thing that grew out of the head? Did you get that too?
I think I did. I think Jericho pushed it back in the next morning too.
Tremendous.